going to be talking to me about his humanitarian trip to Haiti.
For some reason, when I went to Cité Soleil, even though it was dangerous, and it's a lot of slum, if you call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something about that place just had my heart. Seeing the kids, and seeing all of like the, I don't know, misfortune, if you want to call it. So I'm like, I want to be here. So I actually spent most of my time there just helping rebuild the school, and helping out with the kids, talking to them. I had a translator, so I was talking to the kids, telling them, like anyone can make it. And I actually happened to make a connection with 3 kids who I still keep in contact with. And
Really?
yeah.
And how so? Like, how do you
through email.
Okay.
Right? And 2 of them are really doing well. The one kid, he's kind of like that kid who, lost his parents. He knows, like, living in the slum and doing his thing, but he's more helping out the community that we were with now through my connection, the community team that we were with. But the other 2 kids are actually going to school, doing really well.
Excellent.
And we still keep in contact. Zulu, Randy, and Friday. That's a boy's
Friday.
name. Friday is his name. Friday, yeah.
Not a nickname.
No,
just
that's his name.
real
His name is Friday.
Okay, and of the 3, which 2 are doing really well?
Randy and Friday. Zulu was the one who was like more of like the like they would call him like a slum boy, because he doesn't go to school, and he just kind of grew up, like whatever. But he was like a really nice guy.
Okay.
And he actually took me like not like around Cité Soleil, but just kind of took me around like the block complex to look at like what's going on, and you'd see like little babies, like you'll see like a field of trash, and you see little babies just like hanging out.
How did you deal with that? Like, how do you deal? You're there. You can't mentally prepare yourself for anything like that.
The first group that we went with, they divide the group. So my mini group had brought like supplies and stuff for the kids, which thinking back now was a big no-no, because word got out that, oh, there's foreigners here. So the minute school is out, kids are like, hey, look what I got, this and that. Then right away we're working on the schools. Then the people started coming from the town, just hanging out. And we're like, okay, this is cool. Hey, let's work, all right. And then like, let's say I turn the corner to go get a drink, they'd be like, yo, come here. Then they would call someone who could speak Creole. They're like, look, I lost my family, this and that, I need food, I need water, I need something. And you gotta say no, because if you give, then more word's gonna get out that you're giving. So you gotta say no. And then, okay, that's cool. And then you turn the corner, and some girl would come with her little baby. And then, it was like, that was happening, and it was happening. So that we're working, and then finally it's 3 o'clock, and it's time to leave. Because once it's 5, you can't be out there when it's dark. Forget about it.
You worried about your safety at all when you were down there?
Only when I was checking out the places. Because after a while, the community knows you, so you're safe. Right? But as you're walking through Cité Soleil, you can hear people saying, oh, you're coming to my city, but you don't want help. And people are saying it in Creole, like, no matter where you're walking. And it's pretty, like, I mean, I've been to some places in the hood. Like, I have family in Pompano Beach, Florida. I got family in Buffalo. And those, like, there's some hood places. But this is the mecca of the hood. It's not even hood. It's just slum.
It's a slum.
It's like, yeah, it's real serious. So, after we're done working, then more people started coming from the community, more kids and more people. And then one of the school teachers was like, you guys need to get in the room now. And then so we got in the room, and I had like, I think $4 on me, and I put it in like my upper pocket, and then one of the kids was looking in the window and like said something like, yo, they have money. And then we couldn't get out the room.
They tried to raid where you were?
No, they didn't raid.
Okay.
Because like, it wasn't, they knew they were there to help. They just wanted like to eat. It wasn't like dangerous, but they just wanted something. Right? So it's to the point where they were crowding around the room and we couldn't get out. So they had to bring the car inside, like, because usually we would meet kind of outside Cité Soleil, but they had to bring a car, someone who lived there, to drive us home. And we basically had to like run in the truck, and I was like, wow. That, like, as
surreal?
Surreal isn't the word. Like, like, it hurt me. Took me for a walk, and she's just like, look, you have to go back. We heard so much positive things. And then I'm like, I'm not going back. I already made up my mind. No way. And I prayed about it that night, got up in the morning and said I'm not going back, and I decided to go somewhere else,
Mhm.
to the malnutrition clinic. I got in the these, they're called tap taps. I'll tell you about that later. So many stories. So we got in the tap tap, and then I decided I'm going,
Okay.
and I went. I went back, and then I went 4 more times.
You mentioned that it's not the money that's available. There's certain things that really need to be done to help them. So
Right.
what is it? Just tell me a little bit about that, or what you believe.
I don't know how to formulate this because I don't think it's a matter of what I believe, because I don't know if what I believe is even possible.
Mhm.
They need mental reform, and if they're not taught how to think, then how can they ever survive? So people send money, we send clothes. Even if you see, like, as you're driving down the streets and you see like random clothes everywhere, it's because they're selling the clothes. And they get the money, they're probably just buying a meal.
Mhm.
People don't do drugs over there. They just want an opportunity to eat. So I really don't know if like money or clothes or anything of that nature can help those people. They just
Something
need,
as simple as basic as that. They just want an opportunity to eat.
yeah, that's it. That's all it is.
So you spent 7 days?
7 days.
Did you become immune to it all?
To the begging you do.
Okay.
To the begging you do, but that's it. That's it. And even then it affects you because you see, like, it's not like a group of people. It's not like a class of people. There's people that look like my grandmother that were begging. I was just like, wow, like imagine my grandmother hungry. Like that would never happen, but it's happening out there. Babies who are maybe, if they could speak, they're asking you for money. And even sometimes, like the kids don't know what they're asking for.
They just need to ask.
Yeah, they just need to ask because that's how they're taught. And that's what I mean. Like, it's so, like, embedded in their brains. I don't know if it's a matter of, like, sending money or supplies. They need, like, mental reform. They need an opportunity to fend for themselves, and they need just a fresh start. And I hope whatever is going to happen to those people, I hope that's the plan.
So you spent 7 days down there,
Mhm.
and it's close to time to get home, time to come home to reality,
Mhm.
reality to home. Tell me about that.
And to be honest, I don't think my attitude has even changed from the time that I landed
Mhm.
till now. Because the one thing I think I brought from that trip was me being more grounded. Like, I'm way more calm, way more patient. And when that happened, and I did the events, and I donated my time, something felt, I'm like, nah, this can't be. Like, I'm not just gonna, go to sleep and, go DJ another gig knowing that 200,000 people died. I need to be involved. So then when this time it happens, I know, like, I actually contributed. And I think that was more or less my not my obligation, but just more my motivation to do it.
Okay.
But then after going down there, it's like you realize that there's only so much you can do, and if you can affect one life, then you've done enough.
So much. Again, I think it's a truly inspiring story for anyone that has the opportunity to get down there. So thank you again for the chat.
And if for more information, they can check out my the Flow site.
Okay.
They go to www.flow93.5.com, and if they look on the blog post, I actually did a little diary entry because I was doing a diary out there, so I kind of posted a lot of stuff that I was thinking and feeling, and there's probably a lot more stuff that I missed.